6. Nathan Rourke. James Butler, first carry, and he drives it inside the 10. You know he's fired up against his old team, and that's enough for a first down. A first and goal here for BC.
Yeah, you can tell just by that run there's a little jump in his step, can't you? I mean, he's always playing at a high level. He's always playing hard and trying to get every inch he can on every run, but I noticed a little bit more jump in his step against his old teammates.
You get the feeling he's had this one circled. Up against Hamilton, as mentioned, had over 1,000-yard rusher 2 years ago with the Tiger Cats after coming over from the Lions. BC with only 14 points in the first quarter. Mazzoli, Butler, touchdown. Oh, Butler will take that, won't he? James Butler against his old squad. An early initiative after the turnover by the BC Lions.
Points off turnover is big. You get the momentum, sudden change, good field position, and yeah, just watch the celebration to figure out whether or not James Butler had this one circled in his calendar.
You could see it. Got that right.
Still celebrating big time.
This means a little bit more. You can tell he doesn't have to say it. So 4 plays and 19 yards.
We got it out of him in the Zoom. We got it out of him.
Oh, yeah. They take over. They cash in. Butler does it. 7-0 BC. Man, ex-Ticat James Butler. Or Legio. And so, Hamilton answers back with a field goal after the James Butler touchdown to open things up. Yeah, he's fired up. And BC is about to get the ball back, leading 7-3. It's not the first time James Butler has come into this stadium motivated to take on an old team. It happened 2 years ago when he was with Hamilton. And he made the Lions pay. He had a touchdown rushing, a touchdown receiving. There he is at a shotgun, taking it in. Fired up this time the other way around. Let's head down and say hello to Farhan Lalji.
Yeah, thanks, Rod. You got to go back to last season when the Ticats were 2-7 at the time. James Butler got benched. Bo Levi Mitchell got temporarily benched. And at the time, Butler said he understood that it was just part of the business. He knew that he was going into the last year of his contract. Greg Bell was younger. But when we pressed him, he admitted he had this game circled on his calendar. So much so, his mom, Cornelia, is here from Chicago. She had this game circled as well. But, you know, he talked about the fact that when that went down last year, he felt like his career was over. He felt like he was an afterthought around the league. So when the Lions gave him an opportunity, he wanted to take full advantage. But he says, if you thought I was upset for that game, you ain't seen nothing yet.
But as Farhan mentioned, he thought, is this it for my career? And I think for him to get out in there and get a block for his quarterback against his old teammates. And then finally, I think it was Farhan.
He was being diplomatic back then. Farhan got the truth from him.
Here we
go again.
There we go.
Keeps his feet inside the 20, inside the 15.
Here we
James
go.
Butler is running hard, and Mom is loving it. 23 more yards for the ex-Ticat.
Yeah, got a big block for his quarterback on that long run to get him plus territory. And how about this? Little jump cut there, bounce back to the inside. Takes on a couple of tacklers, and Mom, come on, son. Here we go. I can relive. She's going, come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's fantastic.
I'm sure she once had a Ticat uniform, but I have no idea what's happened to it now. All Lions with the 7-3 lead, and James Butler, big part of that. A little bit more, 2nd and 3 at the Hamilton 5. Touchdown, James Butler.
There's 2 from up.
His revenge game. And so far, he's feeling it.
Yeah, off to a good start. And, that run by Nathan Rourke with the block from Butler equally as important in this drive. But with regards to our storytelling, that worked out pretty well.
It sure did. And it is 14-3. BC Lions. James Butler accounting for both touchdowns. There's number 2 from 5 yards away. How's Mom feel about that so far? You be the judge. Eberhard. On the ground, James. finish off the tackle, but 17 more yards for James Butler. Already has a couple of touchdowns.
Well, it's blocked up nicely at the line of scrimmage by the O-line. It's a big group, so there's an extra blocker in, and that's a nice cut back there. And then it's a one-on-one, and as a DB, that's a bad position to be in when you're Jamal Peters, and you got all that space, 65 yards wide of field, and a top running back. Just what you're trying to do is flush them to your teammates.
5 carries, 53, couple of touchdowns, averaging over 10 yards a carry.
He was so angry after that game, and he just says to himself that it's going to take some time. It matters.
Tense competitor.
Well, you know, he really is.
Robert Carter. And now James Butler. Back to you.
There's time for field goal range.
16 yards, lots of time. Secures it with one hand. Interception in the end zone. Back to Butler. The interception by Carter, coming back and getting a field goal to take the 7-point lead. Touchdowns for the ex-Hamilton Tiger Cat, running hard, James Butler.
With Mom up in the stands, James Butler had a tremendous first half with a couple of TDs.
He did, and his mom cheering him on. There she is, Cornelia, loving his return against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Let's go down to Farhan with James Butler.
Your mom looks pretty happy. You look pretty serious. 80 yards in that first half. Is it what you thought it would be?
I got to hang on to the ball. You know what I'm saying? But what's life without a little adversity? Put the defense in a bad spot, but they bailed me out. I got to give it to the O-line, the receivers, 12, the defense, teams. It's a whole team effort.
Including Robert Carter on defense. You ever seen anything like that?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That's ESPN top 10 to TSN top 10.
We'll put it everywhere. Thanks for this, James.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Not over yet.
80 yards rushing in that first half. Let's send it to the panel. Here's Laura Dykin.
29 now, 2nd and 3. Back to Butler. Pushing hard enough to get what looks to be another BC first down. And the Lions and James Butler. Memorable game for him. And another good run. Solid first down for Butler at 2 touchdowns in the first half against his old team.
There's a bit of a catfight going on down there. The receiving core and DBs fighting as they block downfield for Butler. And just that right side of the offensive line sealed. It looked like Andrew Pearson came out after snapping the ball. He got around the corner.
James Butler at 98 yards. A couple of touchdowns, as mentioned, the BC 33. Well, that'll get him to 100 and then some. Got to 100 and then kept chugging as he moved the pile up close to the 40.
Yeah, the first tackler has not brought him down all night. I mean, he's taken on 2 or 3 linebackers, pushing for another 2, 3, 4 yards on every one of these runs. And this one, they held him. The first contact was made with about 2 yards gained, and he just kept grinding for another 4.
For the ball arrived. James Butler, back to him. He's over 100 yards rushing, adding to his total. And a good pickup again inside the 40 on that first down. 2nd and short coming up.
A lot of ways it was kind of like that penalty on the punt. Nevertheless, another very manageable situation for Nathan Rourke here.